Hey guys, welcome back. It's been a little while since I put out a review, and tonight's the night. Tonight we're going to talk about the Buck 112 Auto Elite. Fantastic knife from Buck. Um, you guys that know me, you know that I'm a Buck collector, and not having this in my collection would be like a sin. I had to have this knife, and I picked this up about 2 weeks ago, and what a phenomenal knife. Great job. Um, Not just because I'm a Buck guy, but because it's a great knife. Today we're going to go over a few differences from this and the old traditional Buck 112 Ranger. We're going to talk about the knife itself. We're going to talk about the sheaths. There's a difference in the sheaths, and we'll get into that. So let's dive right in. You guys know I'm not really too much into the packaging and everything, so I usually like to get right to the point of the knife, but just for whatever it does, it comes in this black packaging, which a lot of Buck's upper scale knives come in, and they do a pretty good job with it. There's a message there. You guys can pause that if you want to read that. It comes in this little pouch here, the knife itself. You get your shavings, your box shavings down there, your cardboard shavings, whatever you want to call it, and then you have your knife, which comes with the sheath. And this sheath is beautifully made, proudly made in the USA, whereas the other sheaths are made in Mexico. I'm not taking anything away from that. I'm just saying these new sheaths, or I should say the sheath with this Buck 112 Ranger Auto Elite comes with the proudly made in USA sheath. And it's also a little bit different from the older Buck 112 Ranger sheath over there. We'll get into that. Let's get into the knife, guys. So yeah, just a phenomenal knife. If you guys are on the fence about picking one up, I highly suggest it. Again, not just because I'm a Buck guy, but because it is a phenomenal knife. The action on it, the way that it looks with the nickel silver bolsters, it's just a must-have. It really is. So we'll start from the top. We'll go over the closed length of this knife is, I believe, 4 1/4. Yeah, so the closed length of this knife, let me double check that. Yep, 4 1/4. So 4 1/4 on the closed length, and that's the same as the traditional. And I'm gonna bring the traditional Buck 112 in here as well. So that's the same as the traditional Buck 112. So no difference there. Same closed length. But as you can see, you have the G10 here, whereas this was the ebony wood. You have the G10 here, which is a very nice grip to it. It's grippy. It's not, this here, as we all know, the wood on it was a little bit slippery, and people know that. That's not something that people don't know. This G10 is very grippy, and it feels really great in the hand. You can see the differences with the bolsters. So here you have your brass bolsters, and here you have your nickel silver, which I believe the nickel silver looks a lot better. That's my personal opinion. I was actually, before I even got this knife, what I was going to do was customize a Buck 112 Ranger with nickel silver bolsters, but now I don't need to do that. This Buck 112 Auto Elite comes with that, and I think it looks great. The traditional look is an awesome look as well. It's tried and true. It's iconic. We all know about that, and I still love this knife. I'm not taking anything away from it. This is a great knife. I just like a little bit better with those nickel silver bolsters. Another difference here is, you can see, you have your deploy button right here, which deploys the knife. They did a great job with that, and it's kind of flush. It really is. It's flush in there, so you're not going to accidentally hit that button if it's in your pocket. At least I don't think you would. I mean, I guess it's possible, but really, it takes some pressure to hit that button, and I don't think that you would hit it if it was in your pocket. If you were to carry it in your pocket, but a lot of guys will carry this in a sheath, or they'll have a pouch. You can buy pouches on Amazon that they'll slip this into. So yeah, you have your G10, you have your nickel silver bolsters. With the open length on this, we're gonna actually show you the action right now. Very snappy, very snappy knife. that shoots right out there. The action is phenomenal on that. But the open length is on. It's the same. It's the same thing as the traditional 112. They're the same pretty much all around as far as lengths and weight. For some reason, Buck's website is saying that the weight on the traditional is 5.6 ounces, and they're saying that the weight on the elite is give me 1 second, 6.1. So they're saying it's a little heavier. I can't feel that difference. I really, maybe you can. Maybe I don't know. It's too hard. It's too close to even tell. So basically, if you know the weight on this and you know how this feels just the same. Another upgrade is the from 428C that they use on their traditional steel. They're using S30V on the Auto Elite, which we all know is a better steel, holds its edge longer. And you know, S30V is that perfect steel where it holds its edge and it's not too hard to sharpen. It's like that middle of the range steel. Now we know the 428C, that's a very easy steel to sharpen. It's softer. But honestly, I've had plenty of knives with this S30V, and this sharpens right up without a problem. So that's some differences there. You have your S30V and your 428C on the old one. Again, guys, you have your nickel silver bolsters. Look how that looks in the back. That's perfect. I mean, the construction of this knife, guys, is unbelievable. It's the quality that you would expect from Buck. There's no gapping anywhere. Nothing's loose. Everything's tight. Just great construction. Take a minute just to look at the knife. It really is just really fantastic construction that you would come to expect from Buck. I'm gonna close this up for a minute, and I'm gonna show you guys the action on this one more time, maybe a couple more times. Let's see, it shoots right out there, guys. That's a Snappy knife. When you close this, I have to kind of do it with one hand off camera, but you're gonna hear it click. That click that you just heard, that lets you know that it's, you know, it's engaged into the knife itself. It's not going to open on you, but Buck talks about how you'll hear that audible click when it closes. That just lets you know that, you know, it's ready. It's safe. It's in the knife and it's not going nowhere. Again, this button here, guys, it's not easy to hit. It's not hard to hit. What I mean is you're not going to accidentally, I don't believe, hit this in your pocket. You have to give that a push. And yeah, I just love the way that snaps out there. Let's take a closer look at that G10. You can see that G10's nice and grippy. There's the button there. I like it. It's like a traditional look to it. Really nice. When you put these side by side, now you can see they have your oh my god, my mind is slipping real quick. Where they put the knife together here. You guys leave it in the comments. I don't know why it's slipping my mind. These here, okay? You got 1, 2, 1, 2, and then you have 1, 2 going this way, and 1, 2, 3. Now, obviously, the pins. Thank you. I don't know how I forgot the pins. You can make fun of me later in the comments. Anyways, this here is different, obviously, because it's a different mechanism. So that extra pin is needed for the button lock. But yeah, cosmetically, you can see the difference. It's the G10 versus that ebony wood. The nickel silver bolsters compared to the brass bolsters, and then your S30V compared to your 428C. I'm loving it, guys. Just a awesome knife. You got that Paul Boss heat treat that we all know that stands up. It's one of the best in the industry. This has the Paul Boss heat treat as well. All of Buck's knives do. And that Paul Boss heat treat is phenomenal. It really is. For them to make 428C on this old Ranger, like the steel that it is. I think they do the best 428C in the business, and that's just my personal opinion. This S30V, they do a great job with this S30V. I have some other buck knives with it, and it holds up, easy to sharpen, and just a phenomenal blade. Let's kick it over to the sheaths real quick. So this is your sheath for your 112 Auto Elite, okay? And this is your sheath for your 112, your regular 112. Now, right away you can tell a difference. You can see that the regular 112 sheath, let me just line it up for you. It's slightly taller. Just a little bit taller. I'm trying to, it really is, if you just get this here. Actually, now that I'm looking at it, maybe just a hair taller. But what the difference is this here has a fatter, pocket. Okay, you can see that this is skinnier across, this is fatter across. The reason why they changed, sorry, let me get my fat thumb out of there. The reason why they changed the sheath, okay, let me pull them apart, maybe you can see it here a little better. The reason why this looks different than this is for the deploy button, okay? That's the reason why they did that, so it wouldn't deploy inside of the sheath. How they did that, I don't know, but I'm just trying to tell you guys a little bit about what I've heard. So it is fatter across. As you can see, this is skinnier, this is fatter, both made out of genuine leather. This has the nickel silver and this has the brass. Now when you flip this over, you're gonna see your belt loop there with the 112 at the bottom. Same thing over here. And I think here's where you'll see the difference in height. There's where you'll see the difference in height. So this sheath here is made in Mexico. We know that from a lot of bucks. A lot of buck sheath are mostly made in Mexico. And this one here is proudly made in the USA. Let me get that on camera. Has the American flag there, which is a, it's a really nice touch. And I actually dig this sheath better. I dig this sheath more. I feel like it's a I don't know, just aesthetically with the United States flag there and proudly made in the USA. I love it, man. It doesn't get much better than that. But yeah, that's as far as the sheaths go. It fits perfectly in the sheath. I'm not gonna do it right now, just because I'm using one hand. But it fits just like your regular old 112 would fit into that sheath. Goes in no problem. Has a snug fit. What I did notice is there's not much rattle at all. With here you have that. Well, you don't really have a rattle, but you can kind of hear it if you shook it. This has no rattle at all, from my experience. But there was never really much rattle with this anyways. Buck does a great job with that. Anyways, guys, this is the Buck 112 Auto Elite. And just a fantastic knife. What I forgot to mention is you have the lock back on this, okay? Same as the old one, the lock back. Now, a lot of autos, what you do is you press this button and this blade would come back in. If you press this button and try to close this, it does nothing. You still have to come back here and you have to hit that. I'm gonna do it off camera, it's just easier. You have to hit that back lock for that knife to come back down, for that blade to come back down. So when you deploy that, even if you hit this button right here and try to close it, it won't close. You gotta come back and you gotta hit the back lock. So you still have that strength from the back lock, the traditional back lock, which we all know that those back locks, they're strong, very strong locks. But yeah, man, I'm digging this, guys. I just wanted to do a quick review for you. This knife, as with all bucks, came razor sharp. And most of my bucks that I've gotten have all came razor sharp. They really do a great job. But yeah, I just wanted to bring you guys a little review of this knife today. If you're on the fence about it, man, I'm telling you, it's a fantastic knife. Fits very well in the hand. I love the way the 112 fits in your hand, where this curves in right here, where the 110 doesn't have that curve. The 112 is just a perfect fit. You got your 3-inch blade, and that just gives you a perfect fit in your hand. But yeah, I'm not going to keep going on and on, guys, but that 112 Auto, man, if you guys are on the fence, I'm telling you, it's a great knife, great construction, and that auto deploy, man, that blade pops right out. So, anyways, guys, if you want to see more reviews, I'm gonna show you guys real quick. My other knives, I do this sorry for you guys that already seen it, but for new reviewers, this is a lot of my Buck USA knife collection. If you guys would like to see any of these knives reviewed, you know, let me know down in the comments. Yeah, I got some nice ones here, some older ones, some new ones. Yeah, anyways, that's the Buck knife. These are all Buck USA made knives. If you guys would like to see any of those, leave me a comment down below, and I'll be happy to do a review on it. But anyways, again, guys, this is the Buck 112 Auto Elite. Fantastic blade. I couldn't say anything better about it. The Buck did a great job. So hey guys, listen, like, comment, subscribe for more videos, and I'll be doing some more reviews, and I'll talk to you down in the comments. Have a great night, guys. Thank you.